When we got a goal, I'm not even live. I'm so far behind. I'm kind of embarrassed, honestly. Things going moderately according to plan this morning. Somehow my computer is not plugged in. All right, computer is plugged in. I gotta turn the volume down on my television. All right, got my stream running. We got full foil Saturday going on today. We taking a little we latin, but that doesn't stop me from playing. We taking maybe we latin, but that doesn't mean I stop playing. We taking maybe we taking maybe a little late. Doesn't mean I'm not here. Doesn't mean I won't show up. I'm live, Dad. I'm live. All right. Little afternoon watch, dude. Why did I click on it and then not? Oh, I guess I moved it down a fair amount, but I can still hear myself. All right. Now for play-by-play for everything. Moving the pennants around to make sure they're in the most elegant order so that you can see both of the beautiful teams. We are going to have 3-star players on each side. Now, of course, there has been a couple of trades that have gone on recently that may or may not shake up a little bit of these rosters. So there is a new card that I'm really happy to show off that if you don't remember when I got it, it was pretty hype. So let me get all these things set up. Let me get the X post out there. Oof, my sniffer, excuse me. Dude, this game that's going on right now is like pretty insane right now. All right, I gotta get the players set up. What players do we want to have today? Oh, stand up, don't fall over. I think it's gotta be these 3 fellas for today. And for the other guys, who do they even have left? Who do they even have left? This guy, this guy, not him. They have him. It's hard when you barely have any cards of the players that still play for the team. Because this team, like the Chicago Blackhawks right now, is so turn and burn. They literally don't care about a single player they're paying. All they're happy. Literally, oh my gosh, the Chicago Blackhawks organization right now, literally, they're just happy they get to pay. They get to like pay cheap players. That's it. They're like, you know what? We're just really happy. We just don't have to pay anybody real money. And I mean, that makes sense right now, obviously, because of the position that they're in. If you're a rebuilding hockey club, if you're a rebuilding team, right? Probably not necessarily the best idea to be doing that. Can I get a tissue, please? And I'm going low. We kicking. It's Saturday. We're watching some hockey. We kicking. We're gonna watch the hockey game today. We got the Chicago Blackhawks visiting the Florida Panthers, and I don't have a drink. Can I get something to drink? Hey. Can I get something to drink? Hey, yo, I need to get something to drink. I need something to drink. Well, I'll take a chili one. Why? You're not replacing them. I didn't take those out. I always put, and then I put them in. I always put them in because I follow my rule. That's not the truth. I'll take it. Oh my gosh. Oh, the Panthers are going to have a breakaway. On Lundell after Bedard blows a tire. He goes in short angle. Oh, they get a save. Chicago Blackhawks denying the breakaway, but the Panthers still circling the Blackhawks. Lundell does get pinched. Donato now is going to skate out with some gas through the middle of the ice. Donato gets it over the line. Bedard now not falling over. This is a cold one. Oh my gosh, look at this lady. Don't even look at me. Don't even look at me. Here. This guy. Beer in the normal beer spot, which is in the door. Normal beer spot. Look at her. Just, yeah, turtle up. Turtle up. Little turtle. Yeah. Anyways, before we got rudely interrupted by our moderator. All right, chat. So get this. We're 15. All right, I gotta tweet this because if I don't post this, no one's gonna believe me. We are 15 minutes into the first period, and the Florida Panthers have 20 shots compared to the 2 that the Blackhawks have. 15 minutes. Look at that shot differential. 18 shots. They're beating them by 10 times. They have 10 times more shots. 10 times. Right now, they have 10 times more shots. Say that out loud. We have 10 times more shots than you. That's actually ridiculous. 10 times. And that's not the only time that the Blackhawks this season have barely scored, or excuse me, not even scored. Well, I mean, they have scored. They scored 1 on goal on 2 shots. That's pretty disgusting. I mean, who's in goal? Tristan Jarry? Because Jarry of the Penguins, oh, if there's anything he's good at, it's like letting a goal in for no reason. First shot every time. First shot every time. Goal. We gotta pretty this up over here yonder. Probably use Mr. Oh, that'd be cool to put there. Mr. Phone Stand over here. Gonna tighten this up a little bit more. Seth Jones. Mike Jones. A John. A John. That's top. Oh my gosh, it's the sleeve. And it's the cable. This gets me so mad when I'm trying to set this up and literally my clothing doesn't like me. My equipment doesn't like me. Nothing likes me cake and everything wants to fight me. Oh my God. And yes, I get it. The Bedard is not holographic. But guess what? It's a Bedard. And then over here, we're going to pull the... Oh, come on, Reinhardt. Bring a little pen over. At least I grabbed them. You know what? I'll just take these guys off. Everyone's like, "Look, we can just make it easier on yourself." All right, chat, you win. I'll be smart. Hey, we got our setup, everybody. Our setup's popping right now. Oh man, let's see here. What can I do to talk about some viewership? We caking. Yeah. Ooh, he's live. Gotta get on that chat. What one are we gonna do over here? I'm gonna switch out of we caking. I switch to Bakugan's. Gotta give it that thumbs up. Third phone. Third phone's dead, so we're gonna go grab the charger. Gonna be right back. The game is back on, but it looks like the puck did kind of go out into the crowd or something like that. So I got some time. I grabbed the charger for my watch. That's the charger for my phone. I see. I give everything in life is play by play. Everything in life. Duck, dive, duck, dodge, duck, dive, and dodge. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. All right, got some viewership. And let's see here on the computer here. Let's switch over to just me. Ah, that's cool. Dodgeball is free on YouTube. They understood my quote. Can you cast the CDL back? There we go. For whatever reason, my phone decided to cast over it. And I'm not sure if I have a way to override it. Perfect. Turn on that multi-stream chat. All right, all right. Gotta keep these sleeves up. Hello, everyone. I'll type out to everybody so everybody knows that I'm here. Oh, my side is feeling a little goofy. If you're here, let me know. Hey, Noble Lance mod. Where's Britt? That's funny. You can't on your computer. Where's your tablet? You have 100% battery? I don't need to be charging you then. Oh, I can't believe it. Like I completely quit. I'm here for the kitty cats. I like the Panthers too. I just turned my phone on, so it has to have a it's got to think for 20 minutes first. It's got to think about everything for about a half hour. And then, so I got that. I'll just do this. Switch this over to here. Oof. We taken. Yeah. Here we go. There we go. A little viewership there. 3 shots, everybody. Yay! I got another shot. There's 2.5 minutes to go left in the first period right now. Panthers know that the black. Oh, just stood up right in front of the net. Turn and shoot. So right in front of the Blackhawks net, one of the Blackhawks players was at Maroon, just threw one of the Panthers down. Just a check, just right that, right to the front. Throws him right to the ice. And then after that, oh my, is that Bertuzzi's extra shot? Bertuzzi's? My phone's tweaking, apparently. Doesn't understand what a live stream is, apparently, everybody. A live. Nova Lance. Ooh, games popped. Games? What type of games you talking about there, Nova Lance? Wait a second. There's 2 Nova Lances in the chat? They must be friends. What's the difference between a Gundam and just a regular Nova Lance? I need to know the difference. Obviously, one's a Gundam.
One is me in my mobile suit, and one isn't. It's just me, the pilot. The brave pilot, I do dare say. It's the only account I have on my phone.
Is that so?
And if I want to log in, I have to go through a whole bunch of 2 factors that I don't even know what work at. A lot of
Oh, just forget about it. We got a little bit of conversation going down there in the chat. Now, let's see here. What is everybody thinking about? Rocker's could win the search and destroy. We're also watching the Call of Duty League. We got a minute left to go. It looks like the Panthers. Oh, are they gonna be able to skate? No, no goalie, no icing. Seth Johns beats Rodriguez back to the defensive area. It looks like it is going to be an icing. Neon Omen, the Nuke Force, NF Cool Carl, Novalance, Gundam Novalance, Ain't We Caking. We got a lot of people in the chat today. Everything's exciting today. So let me know. Do you think how long do you think the Chicago Blackhawks rebuild is going to last for? Oh, Trouble gum, that's funny. How long do you think the Blackhawks rebuild is going to last for? Do you think Seth Jones is going to stay on the team? Let me hear your thoughts. What do people? I'm going to check the chat. What is the chat saying? What is the chat saying over? Guys, come on. What do we got? What do we got? I think that Jones will stay. The Nuke Force over here thinks that Jones will stay. We almost had a fight, Lundell and Murphy. Murphy's not happy. Cross-checking Lundell, stares him down at center ice. He wants to fight. Lundell's like, we're winning. You guys are literally the bottom of the league. Panthers on in. 2-on-2. Ripper for Hagee. Looks like that's going to go off of the goalie. Is that Lankinen? No, Mrazek. Maybe Peter Mrazek, dude. It feels like Peter Mrazek is good and bad, good and bad. And now I think he's just bad. Novalance, I don't know a lot about the Blackhawks, but to be honest, she's here for the Panthers. Wait a second. Gundam Novalance said that she's here for the kitty cats. Novalance, you're here too for the cats? Oh my gosh, I don't know how I feel about that. Around 11, and it looks like it's a 3-on-2. Can the Rocker defend this boom? We'll even let the boom patent. Bedard gonna curl around, and he's just gonna kill the play at center ice, everybody. We are gonna go to a period intermission. End of the first period, Panthers are kind of slaughtering them. But just like the last time that they played, I have a feeling that the Blackhawks are gonna come out just absolutely gassed up this second period. We're going to see what happens, but I have some lunch to eat, so I'm going to go on an intermission, and then I will be right back for the next period. I am muting myself. All right. We Caken's back. We Caken's back. I'm not gonna turn the stream on until the game comes back on, but nonetheless, we have a lot of people watching today. How is we got 5 viewers today. Hi to each and every one of you. I'm so glad that you are joining me here today. I'm so happy that I get to speak with all of you and talk hockey. Today, of course, last year's Stanley Cup champion, of course, last year's first overall draft pick lottery winner for the most part, Connor Bedard lottery sweepstakes. So both teams have a lot to be proud of right now. Now, the other part, though, one team has an accomplishment, the other team has a prospect, right? The other team has a young god on their team, right? The other team, they've partied with the gods, right? They have seized victory. They pleased the gods. They did what they were supposed to do, right? That's what happened last season. That's what the Florida Panthers were able to accomplish. This season, a whole lot different, right? So, hey, everybody in the chat, let me know. Honestly, like this season with Macklin Celebrini coming into the league and seeing how Celebrini has been able to compete his level of talent. Now, see, the thing that I don't like about the Celebrini Bedard comparison right now is the fact that Bedard got his jaw like rocked. What was it? His second, third month? Was it like January? Was it? When he got checked, maybe December, mid December, when he got checked right in the jaw. He was skating with his head down, and some guy just put his shoulder up and got him right in the jaw and just crushed it. I'm pretty sure Foligno jumped in there. Dude, you don't even hear about Foligno much right now. Oh, did he hit a own goal? I don't know, man. I don't know, but everybody, thanks again for stopping on by. Gotta make sure I got all my computer stuff working over here, too. Gotta make sure I have all the computer stuff going on over here, too. Maybe gotta figure out a way to get both the Ranger game and this game kind of working. Rocker, come on, Rocker. You can do it on control. We always got to cheer on our Minnesota teams. Why did I choose this game? This game I'm already watching. It's autopilot. Oh, game's not even ready. That's funny. All right, we got to go to NHL stats. Um, Here we go. The second period has begun. Scoring chances 2 for the Blackhawks, 14 for the Panthers. That's what a little drop down statistic has came from. Little ESPN statistic there for you. You all right over there? Doesn't if you're not all right, I'll have to come over there. Take care of you. Now, what was I about to do? Teams, stats? Yeah, I'll make some. I'm sorry, everybody. I don't go to the ESPN website that often. I've been using it on my phone, but right now I am off phone. Gamecast, box score. I'll do box score. Team stats. Here we go. I'll have the team stats up. Heretics must have won. The fans are screaming. No, they're up 2-1 in the series. Shots 3-23 shots right now. The Blackhawks really don't have anything. That's now. It's so weird how the Blackhawks are where they're at. It's so weird. Oh, I'll check the chat. NF Cool Carl and the Nuke Force. The fact that you look up stats is so. Oh, you're welcome, Nuke Force. I think looking up the stats, making sure that everybody kind of knows some of the things that are going on within the game Of course, you can kind of see it on your screen, but when you honestly, because some people don't even pay attention to it half the time. There's all sorts of different fans, right? There's fans that like the fights, there's fans that like the goals, there's fans that like the saves, there's fans that like the speed, there's fans that like all sorts of different things about the game about hockey, right? Some people like the stats. But when you start to understand the stats, I feel like that helps you understand the flow of the game so much better. It gives you a more critical understanding of how you get from point A to point B. You understand why does the team have more goals, or the puzzling reason why doesn't it have more goals? Who is the person that maybe is the most robbed player? Is there a player that just hasn't really been able to capitalize on that success? Have they just been too slow? Have they just not been able to get there? Grab that tablet.
Do you want it?
No, thought that was you're gonna use it for yourself. I'm just no, Lance. Yeah, your screen is stuck. Is my screen stuck or something for my stats? Yeah. Oh, you're right. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes, my stream. Oh my. Uh-oh. I'm hitting buttons over here. Stream caster mode. All right, everybody. I'm sorry. I thought I clicked the button. I did not click the button. Thanks, Mod. I thought I clicked the button over here. I've been chatting for like the last 5, 10 minutes with the game going on. How many 5 minutes did I let the game go on? Okay, only 3. Not even 3. Now 3. Anyways, here we go. Back into the game. Okay, so we're talking about the Blackhawks. Chicago Blackhawks, right? They win 3 Stanley Cups in a span of, what is it, 5, 6 years? 3 Stanley Cups. Patrick Kane, Tays, Sad, Grafford, Beef, all those players. All those players. Seabrook, maybe some. No, maybe Kunitz, maybe. No, I think he was with Ducks. No, yeah, Kunitz did that. Kunitz was that. He joined them at the very end. But the Blackhawks, amazing team in the early 2010s, like disgusting good, like disgusting good, and they had very condensed success. It all happened very quick, and then after that, it was honestly, it felt like a high. You got so high, you're like, oh my gosh, you're just in that stuff right now, and then you come out of it, and you're just like in a warp, like it's a time warp almost. You just go, and you come out, you're just like, what? That's what it felt like. It felt like the team just went crazy for a while. They went on some steroid or something. They're feeling it all. They're like, oh yeah, we're having a good time, we're having a good time, and they return to normal. They're like, oh, this is what it feels like to be regular again. This isn't as much fun no more. Anyway, so that's exactly what happened with the Blackhawks. Excuse me. So the Blackhawks did really really good, and then they're just like, what happened? And then like it was weird. Their captain like some like weird like disease thing happened. I don't know. No, I actually don't know. Nobody knows what's going on with him. He's just hasn't been able to stay healthy. So that happens. They have all the success. That happens, and then they have they just completely fall out of playoff contention. Players start moving, trades start happening, and they just start getting older. And then they're just not able to generate another player that's really able to patch up a lot of the holes from all the other champions that have left the team at that point. Of course, when a team is, oh no, Bedard 2-on-1 with Donato rips it. Can't get a good shot off. Another backhand shot of Bobrovsky. He's gonna lay a glove on it. He's not letting any more shots come in front of him. Bedard and Slaggart. Oh, cool. They're just getting manhandled now. Boquist is just gonna hold Bedard. See a helmet go to the ice. What's Pat Maroon doing? Pat Maroon just skates by Nate Schmidt and just bumps him to the ice. Bennett skates in. Oh, a little late hit. But I mean, he's coming. So what do you want him to do? Yeah, and Gunn yeah, you could feel the spirit of the team slowly fizzle. Oh, you could absolutely see the team slowly fizzle. I would totally agree with you. Oh, I am live right now. I gotta let the dad know. Oh, lost sound. I got sound going on right now. My sound. How's my sound going on over there, Nova Lance? Pops is saying lost sound. Nope, not. Sound is good. Sound is good. Turn on your sound. Hello, hello. You should be able to hear me. My sound is good. I have sound coming out of Nova Brittany's feed over there. All those are the phones all working over there? Talking to the pops. That's right, Nova Lance. Talking to the pops. That is right, Armand. Blackhawks are on a power play right now. Teravainen. Jones and Bedard. I hear my audio coming out over there. It sounds pretty good. All right, we should be good. Audio should be fine. You just got to make sure that your audio is on, Pops. Make sure that's working. Right now, we have the Chicago Blackhawks and Florida Panthers hockey game going on. You know, everybody, we got a bunch of viewers in today. We got 5 viewers. Everybody's taking some time out of their afternoon to watch some hockey. We're so glad to have you here because it's full foil Saturday, or at least rare card Saturday, because that Bedard is rare and not hollow. Now, everybody in the chat, do you collect hockey cards? Let me know if you've ever collected hockey cards. If you ever owned a hockey card, do you currently collect hockey cards? Talk to me about your experience with hockey cards. Let me know. As we still got 40 seconds left of this Blackhawks power play, believe it or not, the Panthers push it all the way back into the Blackhawks zone. Martinez floating around with the puck, debating on what he will do and how the Blackhawks will begin their path to attack. Here they begin. Reichel drops it to Doc, right back, give and go, sends it right around the boards. Nazar, he's gonna lose it, and it's gonna go all the way back. Only 10 seconds left. NF Cool Crow, full foil Saturdays. Yes. I like that. I play Digimon and collect hockey cards. Hey, sounds like somebody I know. Huh. I don't know how that happened, but that's really cool. Very, very similar interests. Very similar interests with me and one of the chatters. Icing? All right. Type in the chat. Let everyone know what's the pop saying. We are okay. Yeah. So for is our game okay though? Okay, no, our game's back to normal. Who won that face-off? No, the Panthers won it, but the Blackhawks came away with it because no one could see where the puck was. All right, Panthers regain it. Can they get it out? Barkov with it. He's gonna skate across the ice. Draw a defending player. Oh, but he wipes out on his own ice, but he somehow gets the puck back. Panthers going to regain it. Their speed is just so insane. Reinhardt. Look at this beautiful Reinhardt. UD portraits. Upper deck. Oh, look at that beautiful Reinhardt. That foil right there, you can see my camera in the reflection. It's so clear, and isn't that crazy? What a beautiful card. What a beauty. All right there, Panthers get a big ripper, but doesn't look like they're able to get enough timber on it. Vancouver, British Columbia. Now, you want to know, have you ever looked? Has anybody in the chat ever looked to see what sports players of their favorite sport and or sports in general that are born on the same day as them? Have you ever looked at something like that? Has it ever what is the reason that like what is there like a weird like goofy reason that you bonded with a player for something like that? Because I can just imagine somebody that's reading the hockey cards and like, oh my gosh, Jem Swanson, his birthday's the same as mine, and he plays for my team. Oh, I'm gonna get his jersey. Like silly things like that. Like okay, the Nuke Force, nah, but Novalance. What are some of those things like that has made you feel like that week, Haken? That's me. And I said that. Novalance, I don't blame them. I lose the puck every once in a while too. Well, the game, it's a fast game, Novalance. It's a fast game. It can be sometimes hard to pay attention to. Sometimes a little bit more on television, of course, because you got to rely on the camera guy to make sure the puck's in the right, that he can follow the puck, or the camera, whoever's doing the camera, I guess, camera person. We're on a commercial break right now, Capital One and whatnot, all their commercials. And I would read the horoscope on them. The horoscope, I don't even know. Let's see. Let's look at our Seth Jones. So first we'll look at this beautiful orange art. Now, I think they should make like hockey blooper cards where when they, because I mean, I'm sure you've seen some pretty poor decisions for hockey cards throughout the years. Pretty poor decisions when it comes to players that just it just doesn't do them justice. It just doesn't reflect their true nature, their true spirit, the way that the player, excuse me, actually plays, competes, their skills, their talents. Right? It's weird. It's annoying. So you almost wonder if they ever will like do like a set where like it's just a bunch of like bad off pictures. 'Cause you want the players to look cool, but I mean, like a picture like this, I don't, he looks confused. I mean, it doesn't even look like I don't know, he's like skating towards something or to the puck. I don't it's just I'm not sure how I feel about the picture. The foil on the back is so cool. Look at that. That is hot. I like that foil on the card. But other than that, it's just not as exciting. Seth Jones, October 3rd. He was man, imagine if he was still in the Blue Jackets. 46 points. They had 51 with the Blackhawks. See, well, I mean, will he stay with the Blackhawks? Is he? I mean, the hard part about Seth Jones now is that if you go to another team and you cash out on a huge contract, and then you don't really like fulfill that contract, you're just like not that good. It happens. There's players that sometimes they sign that contract and maybe they just had that like one. They had a 1-1 to year. And then maybe their line mates get traded, maybe they suffer an injury, or maybe they just they just did really great one year and that was just their peak. Maybe a player just peaked their second season and that's just it. They never get better than that. And sometimes peaks aren't even peaks, right? Sometimes they can be humps. Sometimes they can be mounds. Sometimes they can just be dirt mounds of dirt. You know what I'm saying? Like it sometimes it's just not that big. Not everybody is in the Hall of Fame, right? Some people get a game, some people get a shift. You know what, Pops? Send me a message. Has there ever been somebody that has literally ever gotten just like a shift? Canucks currently have 3 players named Elias Pettersson unless they traded one. Did they just trade one? Did they trade a Pettersson in that last trade? Because they should have the 2 Elias Petterssons and now the Marcus Pettersson pop up in the X account. Good job, Rocker. Matt 5. What's McCarr think? Yeah, 3 players, 28, 40, and 25. 3 Petterssons. They need to make a Pettersson line for overtime. Pedersen. Go over to Pedersen. Backhand Pedersen. Circling. Pedersen lost it, but Pedersen took it back. Pedersen drops it. Scores! Pedersen. I think that'd be funny. We're halfway through this hockey game right now. We are only halfway through this hockey game. Hey, it's myself. That's right, myself. I agree. All right, I gotta focus back on the game. I gotta focus back on the game. The Panthers are like some of the boring parts about games like this is that you just watch a team like the Blackhawks that literally has no direction. So we were talking earlier about like how it's just been so weird for them. They win these 3 cups, right? And then they just like somehow just suffer this like random like mediocrity, like this random like hangover after it. Like they peaked and they've just ran out of gas. There's just no more progression. There was no more. I mean, it was swift too. It was like, oh, and now we're just bad. Now we just can't do it. Now we just can't compete. Now we can't pass. Now we can't score. Who are we? What are we? What are we doing? Right? That it was just so weird to see. It was just so weird to see. And now we're here, and it's been great watching the games and seeing the different the different levels of strive from all of these different players on the Panthers and the Blackhawks. With the Blackhawks, it's weird because they've had so many different players that it's kind of like a rotating pool of prospects because they even had like really good prospects, but then they're like, no, we're gonna tank and we're gonna tank and we're gonna tank, and then they finally got Bedard. I mean, they kind of have to just be okay with it. And the plan is like, well, we're gonna not do that great, and then we're gonna get picks, and then hopefully we'll be able to be good again. And that's exactly what they did, right? They were able to get good again. Well, and they're not even like good right now, but their potential is just so high right now with them getting Bedard, right? Them already being a talented team as it is, but now it's nothing is happening. You're right. Nothing. I mean, we're on a commercial break. You're right. We don't have anything going on right now. We're watching stupid Geico commercials right now. And of course, with our Call of Duty League, we got a minute and 45 seconds left before that comes back. Before we get any more Call of Duty action. I don't have any Panthers gear. I gotta get some Panthers gear. I gotta get something. Their reverse retro jerseys were kind of neat, but I I kind of want just like a lacer hoodie for the Florida Panthers. Honestly, I think that'd be pretty cool. Maybe I should do some intermission shopping to see if I can find any more like Panthers gear. Because like the other thing is like I'm trying to make my wall behind me look a lot more cool. And if there's any suggestions, because like maybe I was thinking like a little shelf right next to here, put maybe a couple of hockey cards on display or something. But like I don't. My friend Jet Saber, who comes on this in the not really in the chat a whole lot, but he comes sometimes alerts in the viewership pool, right? He gave me a recommendation that he wants me to have more memorabilia. I just wouldn't have any idea what to put up. And the other part is memorabilia is usually more expensive. I have cool Carl. Man, Carl. There's a lot of Carls. There's like, yeah, the wall is so cool. I was wondering if you're going to swap out jerseys behind my wall. No, that's a good question. I don't know what to do with my jerseys. I wonder if I put them honestly in the right spot. So I wasn't sure. Like now I'm like, well, And I wasn't sure like what level of the camera, so I probably should have put the camera up first before I put the jerseys up. But I wonder if I would have put the jerseys like down a little bit more, if I would have been able to have like 2 rows of jerseys to have more teams up there. So I honestly have to really consider what other things that I might be able to hang up there or even have space to hang up there. And of course, what even makes sense, because I want to make sure that things that I'm putting up there are things that I like too. Like I know I could probably put up a poster or some pennants or something, but that might not be as exciting. And I might try to have a theme for the other side of the wall. So I might just like have streams from multiple different angles, and so you might just see different teams on different streams. I think the cards they have are way cooler. I didn't know that people still bought them. Yeah, and now I'm looking. Oh, cool. So Novalance, is there any card that in particular that you like on the that we have on set right now? Have I heard of the Cup? The Nuke Force knows what's up. The Nuke Force knows exactly what's up. Hey, we got the hockey game back on, but the Nuke Force knows exactly what's up. The Cup is a very cool hockey set. If you are ever bored and you have some spare time, the Cup would be an amazing hockey set for you to look into. But Novalance in the chat, is there any card that you see here that you think that's pretty neat that you'd like to know, like maybe what set it's from or see it more up close or whatnot? Anything like that? I like the portrait card. Yeah, the Sam Bennett card, or excuse me, the Sam Reinhart, Sam Bennett. I mean, they're both on the same team, I guess. Isn't that something? Now, how would you feel if I told you that there's an upgraded version of this card, Novalance? That this isn't the max, this isn't the final form, that this card isn't the top of the line version, that there it can get higher. Yeah. So in this set, there are these cards that actually have sparkles all over them. So believe it or not, this card can get even more holographic. There can be even more foil added to a card like this. It's pretty spectacular. I gotta like you put that guy back. Oh, we got. Oh my gosh! I show off this hockey card to Novalance. Can you upgrade cards? What does that mean? Can you upgrade cards? I don't know what that means. Space heater went out. Can you go check our mail?
I was just waiting for the notification that my package is delivered first. Because it's coming today.
Well, maybe make 2 trips.
No. It's almost here.
How do you know?
I can see the map, and it says in my stops that.
Yeah, how many stops?
It said 6 a few hours ago.
Maybe it's here.
Zoom in.
Zoom in. Dude, I didn't even see this power play, and now I'm like super upset. I'm really upset that I didn't see this power play over here. Oh my gosh. Evan Rodriguez going to the box for holding. What is this madness? What is this nonsense? Evan Rodriguez. What? He gets ran over. Oh, and then this guy holds on to his stick. Holding? Okay. 4-4 for 2 minutes. That is so lame. That is so lame. Pops, did you look at the shots after the first period? You should look at the shots after the first period. It was pretty sad. They have 2 players named Elias Pettersson, and they have Marcus Pettersson. So they have 3 Petterssons. Can you believe that? The face-offs are pretty much 50-50 right now. Hits aren't too bad. I mean, the Panthers almost have them 2-1 right now, 16-10 hits. So like 1.5 more times right now hits pretty much for the Panthers. And then penalty minutes, it looks like the Blackhawks have done more oopsies, especially right now, considering it's a 4-minute power play. But now it's 4-4. Both teams have the opportunity or the interest in being offensive. Ekblad curling with the puck around. He's going to try and beat Bedard. He doesn't really. He tries to put on the gas, but he doesn't go faster, and then instantly loses the puck. So the Panthers are in the back of their zone again. Kind of lame. Kind of lame. But that's just where we're at. That is just where we're at. Oh, Bennett, beautiful curl around Nazar. Here they go. They're in the zone. Bobrovsky's going to clear that puck away. Sam Bennett sent it up. Panthers almost a 2-on-2, but they can't get the pass to convert, and the puck gets stolen away from them. Dale Talon, both now. Here's a little, a fun tip, but breakaway. Oh, that did not look good. He got Lusterinen looked like he got checked to the ice, and he was going to the net, right? And he got like checked, or he was like there's a body that was getting laid on him, and he got checked. His face went smashed right into the goalpost, and he span around and hit the boards, and now the goalpost, obviously, with that much force, is going to get knocked off its pegs. But oh yeah, what is foot? Thank you. On a fun tidbit by the Pops, Dale Talon built both the Blackhawks and the Panthers, and those teams that were built apparently eventually saw the Stanley Cup. That's pretty cool. So, how many rings does Dale Talon have then? Does he have 4? Does he have all 4? A little snack. Commercial break, everybody. So we'll get back to the game. Now, what has everybody read about the salary cap going up? Because the salary cap's around like 82 million right now. Did I read it's going up to like 140 million? Like, is that true? Has anybody read something about the salary cap in the NHL going up? I have no idea. Come on, Rocker, you're down 3-0. Nero, you gotta get a kill. Man, whoever has Mikael Granlund in our fantasy league. Now he's going to the Dallas Stars. Imagine that potential for points. Only 11 seconds left on the 4-on-4. I bit my tongue.
I bit my cheek earlier.
And Brandon Saad got picked up last night by the Vegas Golden Knights on 1-year contract. It looks like 1 point something, 1.15 or something, 1.5. Seth Jones, Vlasic can't keep the puck on his stick, and has to curl around. He had a really good feed from Jones, but no, who's that? Kurashev? It's an absolute ripper. I gotta look into this rumor stuff I'm hearing about the salary cap. No need to credit. You have to have the credit. You're a part of the stream. The chat is a part of the stream. Everyone's a part of the stream. I want to make sure we're all having a good time. We're all having a good time, and I'm having a good time. I get to get some credit. Panthers got 50 seconds left on this power play. Verhaeghe sneaks down shot off of Mrazek into the netting. One of the best parts about the Panthers is just how the play can kind of be slow, and then out of nowhere they can just leer at you, just jump at you out of nowhere. Just delivered.
Do you want me to go?
Yes.
Do you want the phone?
No.
Okay. Off I go.
Thanks, Mod. Our Armand is going to go grab her mail. Can you check both mails, please? Thanks, Mod. It's 1:42. We'll probably see you back around 2.
But I wanna watch
Can the
it so bad.
Panthers do anything with 25 seconds? You want to what so bad? Oh, the Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Well, feel free to let this finish. Kachuk, what are you gonna do? Kachuk back and forth, right in front. Oh no, it's gonna go to neutral ice. No good, no good for the Florida Panthers. 4-minute power play. 4-minute. I don't know if it was a double minor or a major. Like I said, I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy showing off Sam Reinhart.
Roger, what's going on?
Yeah, they're gonna get. Don't tell us, dude. Is someone gonna lay a good? Oh, Panthers score! Sam Reinhart finally does it. They're passing the puck around. Oh no, or was it Chucky? I thought it was Reinhart. Happy Panther fans, 3:31 left to go. Kachuk with no enthusiasm. No enthusiasm at all, man. Kachuk, I gotta get back to the chat. Oh, clicked on the wrong thing. Salary cap from 88 to 113.5 in 3 years. Imagine that, chat. Imagine the salary cap. Reinhart, Kachuk with a redirect. Look at the UFOs. He's out of this world. Chuck is out of this world. Panthers now lead 3-1 in this hockey game right now. It is one of the better teams in the league versus one of the worst teams in this league. Right now, we have, of course, our Stanley Cup champion from last season, the Florida Panthers, pairing up against the lottery winner of Connor Bedard, the Chicago Blackhawks, the team that was so deadly in the early 2010s, but now is no good. Working on the rebuild. They have a lot of potential. What will they do with that potential? We got to stick around. Now, that salary cap that's moving around, that's insane. 113. Now, the hard part about this is that as the salary cap gets larger, I don't necessarily think players. I mean, it might be just general inflation for some players, right? Because I feel like some players just might start demanding more money. And I think that's the pitfall that a lot of teams might fall into is they might just start giving away extra money way too quick. And I don't necessarily I don't know the limit of a player's salary, so that's something I definitely would have to like look into and research and study so I could truly understand how salary cap statistics and all that work. Because some people are literally salary cap gods. They understand everything when it comes to LTIR to day to day to everything else, right? It's just so, and then loans from AHL and all sorts of stuff like that. It's so much to understand, so much to learn, so much to read. I gotta research it. I gotta figure it out. 1:22 left to go in the second period. Everybody, Ekblad's gonna just boom it on in. Mrazek slows it down behind the net. Panthers regain it, but they can't. Just kidding. They do send around the boards. Kachuk, give and go. Dougie gets in front. Can he smack it in front? Not enough juice, and Mrazek holds on to it. It's so disgusting to see the difference between a team that feels like they know what they're doing versus a guy that just doesn't have the confidence right now. And the Panthers right now, they obviously have the confidence. And you can see sometimes when it looks like a team just feels bad for beating up on another team because you can tell like if a team mismanages the puck or they're easier to take the puck away from or they have a lot of giveaways. They've won 2 out of 6.
I know. I'm just.
We've won 2. You can't get happy till we're at 4.
Hey, it's called ramp happiness.
Rampiness. But like the salary cap, like honestly, if it went, because what I was thinking, I thought it was really going to like 140. And honestly though, like the Chicago rebuild 12 draft picks and top the rounds the past draft that are not in NHL. So I feel like at this point, I don't know. We have to know the maximum that a player can get, and if that's going to change too. For example, if the maximum amount a player can get paid right now is 12 million a season, and that doesn't change, well, then you might be able to have multiple 12 million a season players, rather than if the salary cap goes up and then the maximum salary goes up, because then you might have players that might be getting paid 20 million a season now, eating up even more contract space, right? That's still a possibility. You don't know where the league is going to go with this, and that's the part that kind of scares me. So I have to do a lot more cap research to get a better understanding of how these teams are going to, or how this is going to work. I need a good understanding of how this is all going to work and what we can do to what we can do to like legitimately. Yes, there you go. Is that 3 or 4? Man, our Call of Duty team is almost coming back. We got 5 seconds left to go in the second period. Here we go. Payoff Rangers. They're going over it right now. Up to, oh, they took that graphic away way too fast. But really, that salary cap, that's so interesting. To me, though, it all just comes down to that maximum. Players just, like, I want players to make money in the NHL, but the salary cap just makes it so hard to build these super teams. If they can make it so that the maximum that a player gets paid is 12 million a season or something, 10 million a season, then you can have 7 all-stars, 6 all-stars on your team, right? I think that's another important thing that fans understand. Oh my goodness. There's no way this should happen. There's no way this should happen.
Okay, spotted. Big spotted red horse. No.
So we're at 17 shots to 36. Obviously, the Panthers are leading, doubling the shots. It's a lot better than 3 in the first period. I mean, can you imagine a team having 2 games in a season where they score 3 or less shots, or they have 3 or less shots in a period?
Yes.
3 or less. 3 or less. It's happening. It's ours. We're taking it back. 4 straight rounds. 4 straight rounds. That's actually insane. Hits 11 to 19. So the Blackhawks are trying to stay slightly competitive, but the Panthers are still beating them pretty much 2-1 when it comes to the hits right now. So the Panthers, they're just such a more aggressive team. They know what they're doing with their bodies. They know what they're doing with their hands. It feels like they're just a lot more intelligent when it comes to their overall puck management right now. They're definitely doing a lot better when it comes to that. Now the face-off win percentage, 51 to 49% right now. So the Panthers actually losing that. The Blackhawks are doing better. So maybe the youth doing a little bit better. Maybe they have one thing that they're a little bit better, but again, it's 51 to 49%. It's nothing to get excited over, especially when you have to consider that you're losing. I mean, it's all about winning. Your shots have to go in, like you have to score the goals for it to matter. Oh my gosh, he threw his shoulder and he got the kill. This is where it matters. Oh my gosh. 2v1. 2v1. And are we planting? No, we're not planting. Oh, 1v1. 1v1. Renkor's like their best player though. Chicago rebuild 12 draft picks. 12 draft picks in the top 3 rounds of players that aren't in the NHL. That's crazy. 5 are first round, 5 draft picks, first round picks that aren't in the NHL. That's a disgustingly deep pool. That pool is so deep. Oh my gosh. Check it. Check it. Oh my gosh. There's no way. 5 straight rounds to around 11. 19 top 3 rounds. So then, Pops, would you think that the Blackhawks and I guess the Utah Mammoth is what they're going to be? Outlaws is but it's got to be Mammoth. Mammoth is definitely the best one now. I mean, Yeti was going to be cool. So how can you have there's a freaking cup company, a mug company named Yeti that like, nope, our brand is way too strong. We're way too recognizable. We can't have you take over our brand. Yet there's another mug company by the name of Stanley Cup that literally, I don't know, just like cosplays as the most prized trophy that they have. That's crazy to me. That's absolutely crazy to me that that's going on right now. Is your heart pumping? And we're attacking too. He's gonna get here comes the intel. There's the intel. We got the plant. We got the plant going down. Third, Nazar. So I know Nazar. Isn't Nazar? I thought he's playing. We got him. It's just Paul. It's 1-on-2. He got it. Oh no! We lost. We lost. Many players are developing free in college. All right, because I know Nazar is playing right now. I know that Nazar is playing right now. How did we lose all those players? That was I mean, I don't even care that we lost if we got that. I mean, that was crazy. That was cool. That was really cool to see. Oh man, what a match. What a match. I mean, our team we need some tweaks, but we got a lot of potential with our team right now. We got a lot of potential with our team right now. Wow, what a game 6. We're at round 11. But I'm going to take a small intermission, everybody, until our third period comes back. So I'm going to take a small bathroom break and whatnot. I will be gone for about 5 or so minutes, so pay attention to that. I will be back in a little bit to finish out the rest of this game, everybody. I will be back. Stay tuned. All right, viewers. Oh my gosh, 10 seconds. 10 seconds into the third period. I can't even turn my stream back on fast enough. The Panthers already scored off the face-off. Mikola, does he send it all the way on in the back? He does. Vlasic can't get a handle on it. Lundell wins the battle centering feed. Rodriguez makes no mistake, shoots it top down score. 10 seconds into the 10 seconds into the third period, and this hockey game is, I mean, even more over than it could have already been. All it was, 10 seconds. 10 seconds. That's incredible. I can't keep eating any more of this fruit by the foot because my mouth keeps watering and I feel like I'm slobbering and then I feel like I'm drooling and I just can't do that. They're already attacking again and again and again. They've already had like 3 impressive attack attempts. One since then. One since the first 10 seconds. Bobrovsky. Oh, not a good clear. Bobrovsky. Looks like Bedard got a point blank backhander. Another shot down your point blank. Bedard again has it, sends it over to, is that Vlasic? 78 on the side, I think it is. Blackhawks with a little bit of offense of their own. Donato gets knocked down by Ekblad, but then Ekblad collapses on Donato. No penalty, no call on the play. Forsling curls back around, holds it behind the net. Just kidding. He sends it on to Bennett. Bennett sends it along. Does he catch up to it? Oh, we got a little bit of checking action. Chucky in front, passing back, forth. Can they get around Mrazek? Mrazek sprawls out. It looks like he did get the puck after all. Mrazek freezes that play. This is, I mean, it looks like men playing against boys almost like, and that's not to be disrespectful to the Blackhawks players, but it definitely looks like it's definitely the difference between a team that has won a championship between a team that's found the league. But when you a team that is a Stanley Cup caliber team, a team that is considered a competitor, a team that is considered a, I forget what they always call a contender, a team that they would call a contender for the Stanley Cup. Those are teams that can make a play out of nothing. Those are teams that they a takeaway 2-on-1, 1-on-1. You beat the guy you score. That's what happens. That's how the good teams win. So they don't need power plays all the time. They don't need certain things to happen. They just convert. They have weird, awkward conversions, and that's what they're good at. They're good at converting. And here we go. The Panthers are attacking yet again. Check to the ice, but that's not going to bring a call from the referees. Launching the ice down the road, down the ice. Mr. Rodriguez over here holds the puck behind the net, as our moderator has made it back at 2:12. 12 minutes after around my estimated time. Did you just have to drag that box?
I did check for a mail.
Did you take the cart?
No.
Oh.
I didn't think it was this tall.
You know how tall it was.
I thought it was maybe at least a bit smaller.
Maybe there's just other parts in the box. Who knows?
And then it's also super snowy out.
Oh, really?
Like the box is wet on its short trip here, and it's windy. Just a heads up, of course. I'm still down to go party. So. I think it is fair that you're aware of what the weather's like too.
We got some windows that we can't see out of.
I mean, we can.
Maybe they don't give the best description. We didn't have any mail though?
No, not yet. They might come a little later because of the snow. Our poor neighbor next door is moving out on this day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The flakes are pretty huge.
It's a big heater. I'm sad. I thought we got some other mail.
Too, but hey, maybe we can check on our way home from.
Well, the other thing is that it's possible that well, we would check probably when Jason gets here. Is that yesterday, so when we were at our last apartment, our our like mail key thing, it had like a back, right? So the mailman just put the mail in and shut the door. Well, this one, the mailman must go into the back room and put it in through the back. There's like an opening in the back. So I may have pushed my mail over the edge, and I think I may have done that last night. So I don't know.
I did check to see if I could touch it. It's supposed to close. It's supposed to close. I've never seen it open like that before.
It was open, and I didn't like it one bit. I'm like, this is so uncomfortable. I'm pretty sure I pushed like half of my envelopes to the other side. But like, then that's the hard thing too, is because we got so many advertisements from Burger King and KFC and other things like that around us and locally, that it kind of like when I grabbed for stuff, that's like most of what I grabbed. Almost 5 minutes gone in the third period. Blackhawks just kind of stunned. I mean, like I said, they started off with three shots in the first period to 20. It's been really sad to look at what the Blackhawks have been able to do in regards to competitiveness and overall. I mean, it just feels like when you watch them, it just doesn't feel like they're able to get things to go adequately. Here they go. They're going to dump the puck in. Now they're dumping pucks in. Ekblad, though, does get beat. However, there's another. Oh my gosh, Bedard strips the puck, gets it front to Bobrovsky. Bedard is pissed. Ref's arm is in the air. Tripping penalty. See, look, watching Bedard is weird because he doesn't care who has the puck. He's just going to take it. Evan Rodriguez to the bench. Tripping. Tripping. Evan Rodriguez. So the man who I believe made it, was it 3-1? Oh, they're saying he held Donato. Held Donato so that Donato was unable to do anything. Is the chat? Yeah, but I think they will do something with New Year. What'd you say there? Yeah, but I think they will stabilize more next year and adjusting to a new team this year. I don't believe that for a second myself. There's the Blackhawks. Wow, the double whiff. They are nowhere near within contention. I mean, I think Pops is right. They have a lot of other possible picks. They have a lot of other resources that they can use. I think it's at this point that they be careful about the resources that they use. Now, the other thing I think that you have to take into consideration that a lot of people I don't think do take into consideration is, for example, let's say the Blackhawks trade with the Panthers. Let's say they send Seth Jones to the Panthers for a first round pick. And then the Panthers go on to win the Stanley Cup. Well, that first round pick is going to be the last pick. It's not going to be as possibly valuable as a pick. I mean, he's the last player of the first round to get picked. Still an honor to be picked in the first round, but of course, you are the last player. You are the least valued player out of the pool, out of the initial pool. And I'm not saying that's gonna make the player necessarily feel bad, but when you're the last player, I think that has that the first round it's just it's just different. The first round pick, that stamp is just different. So then when you're a team like the Blackhawks or something that might have some of these first round picks and maybe they are trying to get better and they might trade a first round pick and people are like, oh no, you should get the pick, you should get the pick. Maybe, well, maybe it's a first round pick that they know it's going to be late in the draft. Maybe it's going to, they think 28th, 25th, maybe like 28th and later overall. Then teams are more inclined to move those first round picks. It might be a first round pick nonetheless, but a later round pick you're less likely to hit. It's just what seems to be, it just seems to be the trend in the NHL. That the later your pick is, the least likely you are to hit. Most of the hits are in the first round or earlier in the rounds, right? So that would be something that I definitely consider. Wow, that is a big heater. I told you it was going to be a cactus.
We should name him. Harry.
No.
Oh, okay.
Why?
I did not expect that to happen, actually.
Why did you choose that name?
I think it's a great name for a cactus, that's all. But if you don't like it, I'll pick a different name.
We got a commercial break. I got to get better at letting you know when the commercial breaks happen. Sometimes when I just get silent, I just completely, oh wow, that looks pretty shiny.
Why don't you make a segment during one of the period breaks for fantasy? And you can go through our fantasy.
I can't because it has our full names on it.
Maybe take a screenshot before you go live or something and block out names. And
Color them out.
Simply, maybe just go over what your fantasy.
Well, I don't know if people can look them up.
Okay, then in that case, as a last resort, talk about fantasy league in terms of what are good players to pick up, what are you putting in your team, who are you taking out, and maybe who you up against this upcoming next week, and how did your plays go last week?
I agree. All right. I'm watching our mod. We just got a new heater because our place is an ice palace. Our insulation is so poor that we put plastic on our windows. Pretty excited to see how this works.
Me too.
Game is back. Here we go. Looks like there might be icing already, though. So it's going to go all the way to the other side. Man, I have no volume, so I couldn't even hear what's going on my side. It's so quiet over on my side. Barely hear what the announcers are even saying. I mean, it's fun to hear what they're saying, too. I'll take a peek at the stats right now to see what's popping. 3 takeaways from each team, so it's both teams. It feels like there'd be a lot more, but that just means not as many, I guess, loose leaf mistakes as far as that. Not like loss of puck handling or something, stick handling. Not many pockets getting picked or anything like that. But the giveaways are the same, 6 apiece. So it's weird that it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of punishes, but like you look at the score and you're like, it's 4-1. There's got to be some punishes. A shot on net for the Blackhawks, but it looks like it's just going to go a little bit too wide. That bow quest now with Kachuk, they get the puck down the ice. Penalty? High sticking. Blackhawks are high sticking. Looks like the Panthers are on a power play. Another power play, man. Are they going to go up 5-1? Looks like they are starting the first power play in it, too. Up 4-1. They want this power play goal. 0 for 4 on their power play so far, so that sounds like they just really want to get that one power play goal. I mean, they're probably like, well, if we can't score against the worst team, here they go, right there, score for Hagee. 3-lane shot opportunity. Panthers score right away. Easy goal. Blackhawks look like they're so checked out right now. Murphy, Jones, the rest of them, and now it's only going to get even worse for the Chicago Blackhawks. A lot of Panther fans up and at them here as we are at the Panther Stadium. They skate it up, take it around the ice. They draw the attention from everybody. And just a little bit of tic-tac-toe. Barkov cuts across the middle, drops it off, takes it back, bumps it up for Hagee. Bam. Absolute crusher. Blackhawks players right now, they know that this game is over at this point. There's nothing that they can do. There's nothing that they have been able to do. Well, at least they're not getting outshot 10-2 or 10-1. That was awful. The Dell from hell. The Dell from hell. I'm not sure what you mean about the Dell from hell. I gotta refresh some of my feeds. I didn't know that JT Miller. I mean, I kind of forgot that JT Miller was originally a Ranger. I did not remember that. Panthers another ripper. Rodriguez goes for it but gets denied. Rodriguez just not able to get that goal. He already got one. But then of course gave up a power play, which I do not believe the Blackhawks scored on. Blackhawks, I think they are up to like 20 shots right now to like the 41 or 42 that the Panthers have. So they did catch up in regards to shots, but it doesn't really seem like that's been enough for them.
I'm just not quite sure where to plug it in because it says on the instructions the wall only doesn't show like any other plugins. No power blocks or extension cords. It must draw a lot of power, which is fine. I just don't know where to put it. Like the thing in the back corner. The cable is quite long, so yeah.
We're on another commercial break. We're setting up for heater disregard. Oh, the Dell from hell. The computer that never worked. Oh my god, I can't believe that thing. The computer sucked. I'll never forget the PTSD from Millennium Edition. That Millennium Edition, what a computer. Yep, it lasted a year. Came out in the year 2000.
Oh, I didn't know anything about that. Why wasn't it in the computers until like?
It came out in the year 2000, and then it supported, and it was right before Windows 2000 came out. So it was essentially Windows 2000 beta, and then Windows 2000 or Windows XP or something came out. I think it was XP. I don't remember. One of those two came out like right after, and I was like, "Are you serious?" And everything was compatible with that, and nothing was compatible with Millennium Edition.
Oh.
Sucked. Loud beep. We are still, the game's starting to come back. Kulikov has it. Now, we got 8.5 minutes left to go in this hockey game. Honestly, at this point, for the most part in this hockey game, casting is almost worthless. I mean, it's not worthless. It's just maybe a little less exciting because of the fact that it is a total blowout. The Blackhawks have absolutely zero chance in this game. They've lost. It's been pretty embarrassing, and this is just going to be the rest of their season as it continues to go. Uh, there's been a lot of things that have been happening within the NHL, a lot of moving pieces. Uh, Mainly right now, one of the teams that have been moving some pieces have been the Vancouver Canucks and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Is it super hot?
It's pretty awesome, actually.
I'm glad you like the heater.
We'll see how the room feels in a little bit.
Hopefully it's only Ekblad, man, I have to look at to see how Ekblad's been doing this season after he got back from his surgery. Poor Ekblad. I mean, and it's some of the, I mean, injuries are just such a huge part of sports, huge part of the game. I mean, we are human. The reason why sports are so exciting is because you get to see what a human being can accomplish. You get to see how far certain human beings can accomplish, what they can accomplish, what a certain human being, like what their talent is, what well, how far talent can go. That's one of the exciting parts that sports really is how far can talent go. And it's fun to watch that talent develop. It's fun to it's always unique to see people that are extremely talented at certain things to do those things, perform those tasks, and Sometimes they can be awestruck. You might be awestruck. Sometimes you might be bored. Sometimes you may be disgusted. Sometimes you may be pleased. All sorts of different things you can feel from watching people activate, use, manifest, whatever you want to say, wield their talents. That's why we all like watching hockey. We like watching talented players execute a calculated game.
Okay, I turned off the beeping sound.
That computer crashed when we plugged in the internet. Every time I connected it to Wi-Fi or something, Ethernet, it would connect and then it would die.
That's
Yep. And then my dad sent it back, got a replacement, did the same thing, died, sent it, and I got his money back. Like, we're not doing this again. Go a whole month and a half. Reinhardt passes it in Barkov. Yeah, they're just going. Wow, he goes right to the front of the net. It's so scary to see just how trained the Panthers are to kill and just to go to the throat. They're up 5-1. There's 5 minutes and 49 seconds left to go in the third period, but yet the Panthers are still rotating. They're going to the different corners. They're drawing power plays. They just drew another power play, so they're about to go in another power play. This game is just so far. It's just so over. Please don't put out your first power play unit. The ref's pushing Ryan Donato over to the bench, helping him out because he lost a skate blade. Reinhardt gets tripped by Kirby Doc. Back to another commercial, everybody. Now, like I was saying, there's been a lot of trades going on. So the Penguins, the Canucks, the Rangers. Right now, the Penguins traded Marcus Pettersson and Drew O'Connor to the Canucks in return. I don't remember what they got in return. I think they just got picks or something, maybe a prospect. And then the Canucks just traded JT Miller to the Rangers. So the Rangers apparently reuniting with their old draft pick JT Miller. Pretty unique there. So huge shakeup for the Canucks. Of course, the Canucks getting their third Pettersson now. For whatever reason, the team needs 3 Petterssons. Well, now they have 3 Petterssons. I don't think they needed 3 Petterssons, but they got 3 Petterssons. And then the Penguins over here getting some more picks, kind of continuing that rotation on right now with the overall. I don't even want to say turnover of their team, turnover of their player base, just overall, just trying to figure out what they can do. I mean, everyone's complaining that the new course. Do you think the league will get rid of fighting in the sport? Yeah, I do. I think the league will get rid. Penguins got the first, New York's first, 2025, and that's the thing though, because they get that first round pick. Depending how good the Rangers do, maybe that's a 28th. You get a 28th overall pick. I mean, it's still a first round pick, but it's still a late round pick. So see what they do with that, because sometimes teams will trade up. Like, hey, I'll give you a first round pick and a second round pick. I'll give you my 28th pick and maybe my 5th round pick in the second round, or 5th overall in the second round for your 20th round first round pick. So people will try to move up in the draft by trading away picks as well if they feel like a certain player might be hot if they get left available for an opportunity to get picked up. Panthers still got a minute left to go in the power play. Obviously, they have thank goodness they have their second power play unit out there. So obviously, trying to score just not as not as hard. What a boring offsides. She's reading the heater. It's a pretty futuristic looking heater.
It looks cool.
A little bubble at the top. Did it? Is there an app? I feel maybe the cage helmet would be more enforced. That's actually a really good conversation. Is that the evolution of helmets in hockey has been pretty unique. From having no mandatory helmets to having visors to cages, fish bowls. I mean, in the PWHL, the women New York have New York Rangers have number 11. If the season ended today, that'd be pretty impressive. But I mean, that's not the. I mean, a team's not willing to trade a first round pick if they don't feel like that's really going to progress their overall game state, their overall plan. And right now, the New York Rangers' plan is to be able to compete within their window. Leah Hextall's just walking around saying dumb stuff. I don't know what she's doing. Kachuk's just doing his best to ignore her. He's like, get away from me, lady. Career skates in. Full strength power plays over. And Panthers don't care. Everyone just kind of wants this game to be over. And it's a weird thing when you can feel that in a hockey game when it's like, all right, you can feel the game, you just want it to be over. So my pops is saying that New York Rangers have the number 11, the 11th overall pick right now if the season was to end today. But of course, like I said, a team isn't going to trade their first round pick if they don't feel like it could substantially progress their overall game state, their overall plans, their objectives. And obviously, right now, the objectives of the Rangers is to stay competitive, is to get over that hump in the playoffs. They do want to get to that Stanley Cup. I mean, with players like Zibanejad, Kreider, Panarin, you have Shesterkin, you have Keandre Miller, you have so many prominent, important players that have potential. I think that makes it very difficult. And then, of course, getting Pedersen in for the Canucks, them just making sure that their defense is as solidified as possible. I think Pedersen's going to do a great job for them, and he's generally a defenseman that gets paid a pretty cheap wage. So a lot of teams benefit by having him on their team because he gets such decent statistics for such a cheap contract. He's not getting paid a whole lot of money, and his performance is immaculate. He's one of those players that almost makes you feel bad that there's a salary cap because they have to like underpay and undercut and be a lot more frugal with certain players rather than just being like, oh yeah, I'll toss $5 million contracts out everywhere that we can go, right? It's just not like that. Panthers get the puck back behind their net. And they're gonna come out of their zone. Bennett skates it on in. So I mean, the Rangers. Sounds like they're regaining a player that they used to have. Maybe this will make them more competitive. I mean, I think it will, but is it too late? Is the synergy there? There's a lot of different players that are there now than when he was there. So knowing if there's chemistry, knowing how well those players can work together, that's a completely different conversation. There's it could be a completely different conversation.
product seems legit.
You like? I like it.
We'll see how it keeps up our home, I suppose.
Is it on right now? Is this quiet? That's awesome.
It's so much quieter compared to the old man.
I hate loud fans.
Can you even hear it?
No, that's why I asked.
Like, I think my PlayStation 5 has about a fan.
Here, my computer's fan. 45-22 shots right now in this hockey game. 2-on-1 for Nazar. Poke check Bobrovsky. That's no go. Bobrovsky's going to totally Dougie today with this. Made 21 saves. Panthers getting scored on in the first 7 seconds in the first shot. They're pretty much controlling the next 20 minutes of the hockey game.
Another round 11 on my dream guy.
I know. They control the next 20 minutes of the hockey game, score 2 goals. And then here we are. 5-1 hockey game. As now the Blackhawks try to actually attack and do something. Where did that stick fly from? Who doesn't have a stick? Lusterinen? All of a sudden, I see a stick fly down to Bobrovsky, like fly at his net, like from the sky. It just comes like tumbling down. I'm like, what is going on? Vlasic is going to play it around. Jones going to dump it in. Blackhawks still playing for the puck. They're still playing. They still look like they might be playing for a little bit of hits. Finally, it looks like they're going to cool it in the back of their zone. They're going to kind of give up on the play. The game is over. 5-1 victory, Florida Panthers. 4 points for Verhage, it sounds like what you got. Pops is looking at the points right now for fantasy. 16-36 shots. So the Blackhawks scoring their first shot. 15 shots after that. We're into the void. 36 shots from the Panthers. 5 goals out of those shots. 11-20 hits. So the hits really cooled off at the very end. The Panthers knew that they were winning. There was no coming back from the Blackhawks. The Blackhawks were dead. They've given up. There's just nothing left. Nothing left in the tank. Looked like the Blackhawks did ultimately come away with the faceoffs, 51%, so not by much. Obviously, it looked at the end, it did not matter. They were not able to manage those faceoff wins effectively. Now, of course, you barely got more, so then you really have nothing to brag about. Getting into the block shot, 16-5 in favor of Chicago. Obviously, when you're getting pelted like they were in the first period, the only thing you can do is block shots and try and intercept. You were just completely pathetic in the first period. And then 3 giveaways and takeaways per team. Nothing that hype, nothing that exciting for it to end really the hockey game. This game had a lot of excitement in the first period. The second period, the Panthers definitely just stepped on the throats of the Blackhawks and bit it and just didn't let go. Ooh, I like that I'm getting some fantasy points. My pops and I have a really cool idea for our fantasy league that we're working on. We're working on our new HL idea, having our own draft picks and whatnot, maybe a salary cap, age limit, who knows. Who knows? Hagee has 4.4 points. Let me poke into the social media right now. Miller's on the first line. Panarin, Miller's Abinajad. My God, that'd be a fun line to watch. Apparently, there's a rumor going around that the Hurricanes are almost all sick. Like half the team, if not more. So they're telling us to pay attention to that team. All right, everybody, though. That is going to do it. Paul Maurice with his 900th win of his career. That is going to do it for the Panthers Blackhawks matinee afternoon game. It's been a pleasure watching hockey with everybody. This has been Week Aiken. Thank you so much for everybody. Nova Lance, Neon Omen, Carl, I have cool Carl, the Nuke Force, Nova Lance, and Gunna Nova Lance. All y'all were really great talking to today. I was gonna say Pastu, gonna say Chibi talking over there, yelling at me how to run my own stream. That's a good moderator. That's my manager over there. You thank everybody. You thank every one of those followers. Well, thank you everybody again for tuning in today. It's been great watching the game and casting for everybody. I will be back for sure on Monday. I will let you know which game I will be doing. You'll be looking at my schedule again. It's been Week Taken. Thanks again for watching and coming along to the watch party. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great rest of your day. See you later.